Vasconic substrate hypothesis. The Vasconic substrate hypothesis is a proposal that several Western European languages contain remnants of an old language family of Vasconic languages, of which Basque is the only surviving member. The proposal was made by the German linguist Theo Veneman, but has been rejected by other linguists. According to Veneman, Vasconic languages were once widespread on the European continent before they were mostly replaced by Indo-European languages. Relics of these languages include toponyms across Central and Western Europe. Theory. Theo Veneman proposes that after the last ice age, Vasconic people, perhaps coming from Africa, resettled all of Western Europe. They gave names to the rivers and places. These names often persisted after the Vasconic languages were replaced by Indo-European languages in most of their area. The present Basque area in northern Spain and southern France is postulated to be a relic. In support of this argument, Veneman cites inter alia cultural similarities noted by Maria Gimbutas. Example needed. Parallels in geographical toponyms which may be relics of a pre-Indo-European substratum, including numerous examples from Old European hydronymy and maritime terminology, noted by scholars such as Hans Krahe, that do not necessarily have an Indo-European root, such as words in West Germanic languages for sea, Dutch sea, and ice, Dutch IJS, that are similar to their respective Basque counterparts, i.e. Sasso and Izotz. The similarity of names like Val d'Aran, Arundel, and Arundel too. For example, the standard Basque word Haran, valley. Other linguistic elements, especially the decimal, base, counting, numerical systems, which Veneman regards as a trait of Vasconic languages. In Celtic, French, Georgian, the Rhesian dialect of Slovenian, citation needed, and Danish, evidence from genetics and blood types, which show that the modern Basque people share physical characteristics with their old populations throughout Western and Central Europe, especially in likely refugee areas, such as mountain ranges. Veneman developed his ideas in a series of papers which were collected in a book called Europa Vasconica, Europa Semitica. A long critical review of this appeared in Lingua. Reception. The hypothesis has been largely rejected by historical linguists. Veneman's theories on Vasconic toponymy and hydronymy were opposed by linguists such as P. R. Kitson and Baldi and Richard, who pointed out that most linguists see unusual European hydronyms as more likely to have Indo-European roots of some kind. German linguist Dieter H. Steinbauer argued that it is difficult to argue on the basis of Basque because its status as an isolate means that there is insufficient historical data for the reconstruction of the substratal language, and Basque itself has adopted many words from Indo-European languages. Steinbauer also criticized Veneman for assuming that a Vasconic substratal language would necessarily share with Basque a feature of root words with initial consonant clusters. Example needed. Ignoring indications that the ancient Etruscan language seems more closely related to Western Anatolian languages, and for several methodological flaws, concluding that a scientific discourse with Veneman must face insurmountable obstacles.